Hello, hi out there. Great to meet you once again on this masterclass coaching. It is the Shotput masterclass coaching that holds every fortnight on the WhatsApp video. And it is all an attempt to show you the deeper dimension in your inside for the highest appreciation outside you. Life is full of issues, problems, challenges for which you have been designed and wired to provide solutions. So the masterclass coaching here on the Shotput note is an attempt to show you your deeper dimension, the resources you have within your person, so that you can begin to manifest them as solutions to our world. So it is life beyond skills, competencies, and capacities. It is your being able to tap into what you have seated deep beneath you in order to provide the interventions and solutions to your world. So welcome to episode number 7. In case today happens to be your first time joining us, please go on YouTube and watch video 1 to 6 and then list on this platform so that you can participate in full. My name is James Komolafe, and we bring these resources to you from the School of Articulation and Behavioral Alignment Resources, also known as the SABA resources. So today, we want to see how to remove the blockades to your flow from your water table. The question of water table is very critical, and until you are able to touch it and strike it to the point where the flow begins to surge out of you to relevant platforms out there without hitch, then life leaves much to be desired. So, what are blockades? What are the mental and emotional roadblocks that we mount that are sabotaging our efforts in order to make the difference out there? Please know that 3 things matter in life: the difference you make by the reason of your personal definition and the mannerisms you put to that difference. And that is what will secure you a positioning out there. So don't look for money, look for meaning. When you find meaning and you put the relative manners, of course, money becomes a natural consequence that follows suit. So how do I remove the blockades? What are these blockades? They are the barriers in your mindset. We call it mindset, a combination of 2 words there, the mind and the set. These are the observable trends over time in your mind that has become so woven in your inside by the reason of your daily activities, which is a formulation of 3 E's: your experience, your education, and your environment. They have wired a mindset. So your mind is set in a particular rigid order of behavior. If we must create a shift as you have touched your water table inside, then we must shift that mindset. So it's a mind shift for a mindset in order for new manifestations to happen through you. So that's the essence of this episode today. So what are the barriers? You think they are something negative? Not necessarily. They could be positive ideologies and philosophies of yours that have come to take root in you over time in a usual order. There could be negative instances that keeps your vibration on a low pitch, and you just discover you are coasting so low below your personal equilibrium, below your capacity. We have to shift that one. It could be things like personal observances and mindset that tells you, oh, I have not gone this way before. This is not my way. This is new. This is strange. Of course, a journey to a destination, a place you have never been before, everything there looks new. But over time, with consciousness and awareness, you get used to that place. That is the message here. This experience could sound strange at first, but as you continue, that is reality hitting the ground, running. So, what's the second point here? Beyond your mind shift through a mindset change is the barriers themselves. You need to learn to break them, recognize them one after the other, and then two, weigh their impact on you so far as having to keep you low, as having to maintain a status quo. You see, status quo is an enemy to paradigm shifts. I say it again. Status quo is an enemy to paradigm shift. If you must harvest a change, then seek to break the current order. Insanity, one describes it as doing the same thing the same way while expecting a different answer. That should not be. So number three, learn to hate those barriers. You know what? It's a natural law of attraction. When you hate a thing, that thing hates you. What you love sticks to you, and what you hate repels you. So what does it mean? That is negative emotional conditioning. Develop negative energies on your emotion for them, and you just discover you hate them. They lose their grip on you immediately. So refuse to accommodate them by ignoring their triggers. What are those triggers? They want to keep you to repeat the same old status quo, but you have to be aware that you struck a gold mine on your inside and then begin to give way for its full expression through your mindset. When your mind is shifted to accommodate new realities, then a new mindset is created. So we need to invade the current mindset to create a mind shift that will eventually lead to a new mindset. So that's the order. What's the order again? Impacting the current mindset to create a new mind shift that will form a new mindset. So very vital. What's the fourth issue here? Those mental roadblocks appear in two formats. They could be virtual and they could be real. Virtual in the sense of them happening in your mind through impression, certain thoughts and feelings that have kept you the same, imaginations and emotions. And then they could be real through your activities and actions you have formed over the years, simply because of your disposition. So what are those roadblocks sabotaging your effort? It's time to let go so that new things can happen through your life. Point number 5 is the place of making resolutions. So what are the resolutions you want to make to reinform your thinking system? To tell yourself it's no longer business as usual. I have gone through a process, and so I need to hit the ground running. There are 7 of them. 1 is personal assertions, where you make some certain declarations there to power your new move. 2 is the formation of certain cliches. And what are they? Words that are written down, that motivates your steer, that gets you running. Each time you see them, you think through them. They are cliches. Form them. They will always create an emotional excitement for you out there. And then 3, what are those confections you want to keep that are born out of personal conviction, new levels of conviction? You need those confessions. As you keep saying and muttering them, it develops into an emotional overwhelm that powers your psyche to do new things and create new realities. So you need them. And then what are the cards you want to display in critical places in your room, in your office, so as to enforce the law of visualization? And what do you do here? The more you see it, the more you are overwhelmed. And the power of sight is fundamental in creating shifts. So what do you do here? You become mentally and emotionally overwhelmed by new realities through what is written on cards that will display at critical frontiers. Then you can form songs with them. Sing it to yourself and just be happy with yourself. Display them in action. And lastly, use them to support the causes of others. When you create such causes, it becomes real to you. You soon discover that, wow, you are hitting it and solving problems. So, very vital. Point number 6, you need to know the impact of these mental roadblocks to your flow. They do 7 dastard works against your flow. 1, they will block your flow. They drag your flow. 2, they will depress your flow. And when your flow is depressed, that is you downcast. So don't allow it. 3, it will delay your flow from coming forth. 4, it will dampen your flow and desecrate it. That's pollution there. I'm sure you will not like it. And when you are polluted in your flow, you bring out a fake result, a fake you, in deviation and not in definition. Your flow is also detonated simply because what is coming out from your water table is coming out in a massive heat for action. So when it cannot be done outside, it is detonated like a balloon. Boom! On your inside, causing internal injuries emotionally, and then leading to some psychosocial accidents within you that you are not able to contain. And lastly, it will deflect your flow. You just discover that instead of having expression, you are having some implosion there. And that makes you sad. You go into some mixed feelings there that you don't really know what is happening. You are happy, you are sad, happy at the same time, and sad. simply because a procedure within is truncated. So, last but not the least is that you need to build up some certain positive thoughts, lines of imaginations, and streams of emotions and feelings that will elevate and consolidate these new catches from your inside, so that this flow will come out supportive from yourself. This flow will be accommodated by your thought pattern, and then you can allow for new things to happen as you create the leases everywhere. Can I advise you? Listen over and over to these 7 videos, and then